Hello again. Good morning, and welcome to the madhouse that is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club 2023. Yes, we've had madness. We've had welcome to the House of Fun. Now we've got welcome to the madhouse, a number one bestseller by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Lead singer Daniel Levy. We're backing up group Conte and his outbursts. Good morning. How are you this morning? Join me on this breaking news morning is my usual co-host, the Godfather himself, Mr. Philip Brady, who is at this time getting his horse's head ready for Daniel Levy if he doesn't appoint a proper manager. And down below is from Spurs between the lines, Mia, who's getting her claws out in case Cutie is sold this summer. So, how are you guys this morning?
Yeah. I think we're looking for the Queen songs again this morning.
Oh God, no.
Another one bites the dust. Springs to mind.
To break free.
Yeah.
I want to break free. That's what Conte was singing on the plane. He probably had it in his earphones.
Yeah, I had to laugh at that picture of him on the Ryanair flight. No one seems to recognise him. You just start sitting there, and he had the middle seat as well. Cheapskate must have even bought a priority boarding pass.
Oh, I don't know. You two crack me up. Anyway, good morning, Carl Simpson. It says, good morning, guys. Everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat. Hope you are well. Mia Dermot feels like it's just minutes has passed since we have spoken. Big up FTC column as well. Morning all. Morning, sir. Carl Simpson, Sky Sports. Spurs players have been in contact with Poch. They're always in contact with Poch. Now, we are starting with a bit of breaking news. And I hope I am okay to use this. If I'm not, I apologize now. And I just hope I am going. But I wanted to bring it to you first by somebody who I trust very, very much. So here I go. So I hope I'm not breaking anyone's confidence here. I hope not anyway by bringing this, but I am. Talks with the potential new manager have failed. The person in question has turned Spurs down in favoured states at current club. There are three more options for Spurs now. One is at a club, and the other two are club-less. Guys, I'll start with you, Philip. Look, who do you think that manager was? So we can have a little game of guess the manager. Me and Mia reckon it could have been the Brighton manager, but I think you have a different option, don't you?
No, I agree with you. Actually, I think it was the Jersey. Yeah, I think it was
him
because he's only at the club less than a season. And I think, to be honest with you, he would be a bit of a knee-jerk reaction for Spurs to go for him. He's not that well proven yet. Whereas like the likes of Thomas Frank at Brentford has proven what he can do. He's been there a number of seasons, And my dark horse for the whole thing is Ange Postecoglou. I can never pronounce that name at Celtic. His name has cropped up quite a bit during the night, and I think that managing in the Scottish Premiership and managing in the Premiership, you could not get further opposites to that. One is a cakewalk, another is competitive. But I think the guy has done wonders anywhere he's been. The Australian national team, some of the teams in Sydney or in Australia. So he, to me, now would be my dark horse, and I would not be surprised if he's the one that they're talking to.
I have got a poll in the chat as well. It states as this: will Kane follow Conte out of Spurs this summer? 80% say yes, 20% say no. Mia, do you think? So go on, Philip.
No, I just think it would depend on who comes in as manager. That's going to have a huge bearing on that, So,
I mean, Mia, I was saying to you, wasn't it? Levy probably doesn't want another who should not be named situation at Tottenham with going on the free. With what we spoke about this morning, and us, we haven't had a full manager for the end of the season. I think 2019 season. Where do we go from here?
I feel like we need to get this manager in, and we really need to stick by him. Like, we can't just say after a little bit, right, that's it. I don't know. I do get it if it becomes untenable, but if we get someone who plays the right kind of football, I think we're just going to have to stick with him. I do agree with that. I think we need to get a plan, say what the plan is, and then stick to the plan. we look at other managers that have done well, it's always been when they've stuck to the plan a little bit more and not just gone, that's it, they're not doing well, out. But with Conte didn't want to stay because he didn't sign another contract. So to me, he signed a short-term contract, so he wasn't here for the long haul. So I feel like now we need to give a manager a good, a decent contract, and then just stick to him, because I think that does work.
Yeah. Philip, look, we've got a few more people in the chat. Big up Mr. E. He says THFC till I die. Good morning, folks. Good morning. And also he said, Levy's jealous of Watford. How many managers have they sacked? He's insecure about it. Yeah.
Well, not quite as bad as Watford now.
Philip, look, now this is a fast-moving story, so this could break even more while we're on the air, while we're off air. How do you see today going? How do you see the rest of the day folding out?
It depends.
In your experience,
it depends on how we've allegedly been turned down by one manager. Obviously, his club gave us permission to talk to him. Now, whoever the second guy is, first of all, the club has to give permission, which is by no means a gimme. They could turn around and say no. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Then we've got to discuss it with the manager, depending on the situation where he's at the minute. Like if it's Postecoglou, he's on the verge of winning the Scottish title again. Does he want to leave a club in the middle of a season that's heading for the title and maybe disrupt their rhythm and maybe cause Rangers to cause an upset and catch them up? That's a thing. Celtic fans would be absolutely ripping if he leaves them. He really will, because they love him up there. Okay, Thomas Frank in Brentford. He might be more option. Like he doesn't have to prove anything. He's proved himself by getting Brentford to where they are now. They're safe. There's no relegation danger at all. He might be the one. Then it could be our friend from Eintracht Frankfurt that we talked about last night.
Yeah, it could be.
That we don't. He'd be the dark horse of the thing. So I think what's going to happen is it depends how the permissions are given to talk to. If we're not given permission to talk to this one man that's supposed to be with a club, then we're on to the free agents. We really know who they are. With Pochettino and Thomas Tuchel. I think we know who the favourite there would be Pochettino, because as I said earlier, the Tottenham players are supposed to have been in contact with him again. Most of Spurs players want him back at the club, I think, But this, as Mia said, this is a huge appointment. This is a huge appointment. Conte always does something wrong in his second year at a club. He's done it at Inter, he's done it at Chelsea, he's done it at Spurs now. Like what he said on Friday or Saturday evening there was completely in breach of contract, and that's why he's in the position now. It's not so much what he said; it's where he said it, and that's where he's been pulled up on. So,
do you think he's kicking himself?
No, I don't think so. He's wanted out for a while. I think this is constructive dismissal. He's worked it out himself. He knows what he said on Saturday was a sacking offence, and so what he's done is he's worked it out, get sacked, get a nice little payoff for it, and move on to the next place. But no doubt in 2 years' time he'll be in exactly the same position because that's what he does.
Mia, where do you think Conte? Look, dude. Let's be honest here. He will be sacked. It's just a matter of when and how.
The timing is important.
So if Tottenham can get Poch, say right, I'll come back. I'll manage the club again. We'll do it for the second stint, and Conte could be gone today. Where do you think this leaves? Where do you think this leaves the fan base, Mir? As I said the other night, we're very fractured. We're very fractured as a fan base. Do you think with Poch coming back, it might start bringing us all together again? Mia? Oh, Mia's gone.
I'll answer that question. Yeah. I think the majority of Spurs fans would probably welcome Poch back, but there is a significant percentage of them who would be wary of the old adage, never go back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sometimes, it's been proved to be successful with some players, managers as well, but not all the time. And I think there will be a bit of a nagging doubt that by reappointing Poch, Levy has taken the easy way out, the easy route.
Yeah.
And I'm for one, like I've said, and I'm not going to break this, I've always said I want to see Pochettino back at the club. But I don't think now is the right time because, for obvious reasons, there are too many of the players that got on the push the first time still there. and I think he's got obstacles to overcome there. That's what I would like to see, another manager coming in now, and maybe Pochettino to come in, natural progression, 2 or 3 years' time when this guy leaves, as he invariably will for some reason, then Pochettino come back in. But Pochettino was rumoured to have his eyes also on the Real Madrid job in the summer.
Yeah.
When Ancelotti leaves. So that could be another reason that Pochettino might not be a gimme. Even if he's asked to take it, he might not accept it. So I think we're better off at this stage going for a fresh face in the club. Someone that will give a new direction to the club, and somebody that has an appetite and a history of playing good attacking football. Because that is what we want. We don't want the fact, as Danny Blanchflower said, we don't want the rest of them to die of boredom. We want to play football the Tottenham way. And that's why this is a very important appointment for Levy. Probably the most important one he's made, although we said that the last time as well.
Yeah. Mia, I don't know if you heard the question, but if Poch was to come back, could that bring the fan base back together, do you think?
No, I don't think there's enough fans that want him to be here, because I think that it's very split still, and I can see why. Because personally, I don't want Poch back. I don't think it's the correct decision. Exactly like Philip just said, I completely agree with how it's too soon. I think that he needs to go off and have experience somewhere else. I think that I don't want him back. I'm not going to not support him, but I don't think it's the correct thing to do. And I think a lot of fans feel like that. So I don't think it will unite the fans as what people might think it will, to be honest.
Well, listen, I told you this story is breaking, and it is breaking big. I will give you the latest now. Look, whoever, I will give you this now. I hope this is okay to use. But thank you to my source. I mean, this man has been spot on. He's a godsend to me, and he's a godsend to this channel. He really is. I tell you, when all this is over, I'm going to knight him. He's getting free membership for life. I don't care. I will pay for the membership myself. We have got a bit of breaking news. Let me put it in here. Now, Mr. Brady. Oh, God, it's won't... hang on.
Well, the suspense is killing us, Dermot. Come on.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I just have to put it into two sections because it's actually a bit big a thing. But
what is this snail mail?
Very funny. I'm not technically I'm just trying. All right, fuck it. I'm just going to read it out from what I received, right? So Tottenham are now looking at potentially asking, we mentioned him last night, Philip, you and me, the Frankfurt for permission to talk to Oliver Glasner. Spurs believe he would be a good fit for the club, but they are also trying to make contact with 2 other managers who are currently without a club. I would love, he just said he'll give me more when he gets it. Guys, that is breaking news, and I'm telling you, this story is running and running. I'll start with you, Philip. We mentioned him last night, didn't we? It was Carl Simpson who mentioned him last night.
Yeah. I've seen it I've seen it on some reports this morning as well that he's in the frame for the job. I think now we know who the 3 are anyway.
Yeah,
Glasner, Poch, and Tuchel. They can be the only 3 I can think of. Unless now Sam Allardyce is included, that would have been out of the job,
But seriously though, Philip, with that bit of breaking news breaking news as we're on there, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, look, he plays the same as Conte. He's won 1 out of his last 5 with Frankfurt. They're out the Champions League. They're 11th. We're going for another defensive manager. It's not what we want.
I don't know if he's as defensive as Conte. Like I said, I don't really know that much about him. I'm going to have to dig up on him. But Frankfurt were a good success story last season under him. Now whether he's a good fit for Tottenham, time will tell. He's obviously not the first choice. No, because whoever was turned down last night is the first choice, or was the first choice. I'd like to do a bit more digging on him before I give an opinion on him. But I mean, I take it this is Paratici is orchestrating all this, and I can see where Paratici's coming from. He wants to keep a manager that plays a back 3 or a back 5, if you want to call him a back 5, because other than that, the whole shape of the team will have to be altered next season. We've bought wing backs, so we have to have a manager that uses wing backs. which obviously this guy does. But I'm hoping that his football is a bit more expansive than. So you must remember next season we have got the wing back situation sorted. We've got Porro on the right and we've got Destiny Udogie on the left. So that is a very attractive scenario for anybody to come into. Then again, then you look in the centre of the defence and it's taken back down to 0 again when you see Eric Dyer still there. But I wonder who the Eintracht Frankfurt centre back is. Could this guy come with the manager? Is there anybody decent? Anybody that knows German football? Is there anybody decent playing? Actually, yes, Indika. Indika. That's the one I'm trying to think of. Maybe there's a two-pronged attack here. If Indika came along with him, I would say happy days because Indika is a class act. And wouldn't be the first time a player has followed a manager to a club.
No. Mia, what's your thoughts on this bit of breaking news?
Oops.
Mia there.
She's not there.
Mia's passed out of just
Probably
pure.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah. What's your thought on that breaking news?
I'm here.
Yeah, we know you're there.
What's your thought on the breaking news? I don't really know loads about him as a manager. I said that it's lagging. I said that about 10 minutes ago. I don't know enough about him, so I don't want to say either way. I don't want to say because I don't know.
Do you want to log back out and back in again, Mia, if you can? See, can we get properly? Why Mia's doing that, we'll get a few chats out of the way, Philip. Daryl Denton, the blueprint on the League is broken. Manager overachieves. Till this is ripping up. Nothing changes. I agree with that. Mr. E. Davis and Dyer belong in the skip. Yes, they do.
Don't think Oliver Skip would be too pleased.
No. Cheers, Dermot. It's much appreciated. Very funny, Carl. Very funny. But look, we'll work something out for you. So, Poch and Ini. Do you want to read this one out?
Yeah, Poch and Enrique as well. Then one of these three. Yeah, Poch, Enrique, or Tuchel. They be the three that are out of work at the moment. As I said, I think Poch will probably be I would make Poch the outsider of that one just at the moment. Enrique, it's another one that would interest me a lot. I think he would be a good fit for Spurs, but whether that's the case or not. But I think the fact that we've gone for looking for the Eintracht Frankfurt guy, this Paratici's got to get this one right.
Yeah,
as well, and that's why I'm interested. That I know you say he plays the same defensive football as Conte. I keep mixing them, but I don't think that's going to be acceptable at Tottenham. This guy has got to come in and play an expansive type of game because we're not going to take 35% possession home matches anymore. The crowd is just not going to take that. We've had 18 months of it now, and it's not going to happen again. This manager has got to be on the front foot.
Phil P says, morning all, rest in peace, Spurs. We are a joke shop crossed with the circus. I don't think we're that bad, but fair enough. Carl Simpson, hold on, isn't
Indika,
yeah, at Frankfurt, so bring
that now if you got a double package of Indika and their manager, Indika, we had a back line of Romero, Indika, and Longley next season, plus the two wing backs. Pretty formidable.
We've got Derek Hutchison, Dyer Davis, out, pair of losers. Yeah, exactly. And then FTS Uncon, big up, sir. He said it's going to be an interesting few days at Tottenham. I think this is either going to happen fast and done in a matter of hours or by the end of the international break. Look,
it has to be.
I think it'll be done by today. I honestly think it'll be done by today or tomorrow at the very latest. I can't see it dragging on any longer.
I think it'll drag on until they've got until they've got the person they want, and they're not going to rush into it. If Frankfurt agree to them talk and he agrees terms, then it's done. But if he doesn't, then they have to move on to the next two guys. Okay, they're easier to talk to because they're not working. But again, just Lewis and I know Luis Enrique's names we mentioned. Would he be interested in coming to the Premiership? That's another thing you've got to take into consideration. Does Thomas Tuchel want another club in London? Does Pochettino want to hold on for Real Madrid? But my fear is that none of these guys will accept the job.
No.
And then we're down to the second level. Who are we going to go for then? Thomas Frank is the only one that's not on that list that I think should be on it at the moment. Other than that, I hesitate to find. I can't think of anybody that I would like to see, unless there's some manager in the continent that's pulling up trees that we haven't heard about or haven't considered. So it's not over yet. This may take a few days. I wouldn't be, over concerned that if it. I'd be more concerned if they keep getting rejections. That's when I'm really going to get worried.
Yeah. Let's see, Mia. What's your? I don't know if you can hear, but what's your thoughts on this breaking news now with the Frankfurt manager, Tottenham looking to get permission to talk to him? Do you think if we get permission, this could be all sorted out by today or tomorrow at the latest?
Well, it obviously depends whether he wants to come or not, but I don't really know enough about him, if I'm honest. So I'm not going to comment either way about him as a manager. But I think it just depends if he wants to come or not. You can't make a manager come if you don't want to come. And that's the thing. So we'll have to see what he thinks. If he is if he's bought on whatever they're telling him, that's what we've got to consider, that he might not want to come.
Yeah, that is so great, so true, Mia. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with this breaking news as it's coming in, trying to give you all the very latest. Carl Simpson, I was looking forward to a quite international break. Spurs have other ideas. Yeah, I know what you mean. Me and Mia said that this morning. It's amazing.
Spurs were hold my beer. Spurs were I want to quiet, and then they were like, hold my beer. Yeah.
It's amazing how Levy's had no shame whatsoever for being an embarrassment to THFC. Yeah. Can't really sort of disagree with that. Gallardo, world-class manager from River Plate. Yeah, there's another thing. Philip, also 3 other candidates that are in to replace Conte. Pochettino, Thomas Tuchel, Brendan Rodgers. If David Clark was in the chat, he'd be spitting out his Weetabix, I think, or his porridge.
He's not the only one. He's not the only one.
Look, we know that Tottenham are going to look and potentially asking Frankfurt for permission to talk to Oliver Glasner. If we can't get him, would you be happy with any of them, Trey?
Well, no, not Brendan Rodgers. Just take him out. I mean, if I think if Spurs appointed Brendan Rodgers, they'd be walking down the high road with burning things to burn the ground down. I mean, no, he's not a candidate. Thomas Tuchel, we've had too many ex-Chelsea managers, really.
Yeah.
And while Thomas Tuchel might be a good tactician and whatever, I don't know. I don't think we've had enough of them. Pochettino is always.
He is a Spurs fan, Tuchel, though.
Maybe, but no. I listen. I'm gonna back anyone that comes. Right. Okay, we have to all back the new manager, whoever he is. But I think Tuchel might be is Chelsea. Like we've had AVB, we've had who else have we had? Ex Chelsea, Mourinho, Conte. I don't know. Like they're supposed to be the team we hate nearly as much as Arsenal. We keep taking their ex-managers, and as Chelsea fans, we keep taking their rejects.
Yeah,
because that's what we do, So no, I think Pochettino's always going to be in the frame. But my feelings on him are quite clear. I don't want him just yet. I'm hoping that Thomas Frank is on that list, and I'm hoping that Luis Enrique is on that list.
Yeah,
and they'd be the more Tottenham type of managers, because what Frank has done at Brentford is nothing short of amazing, really. He's built a team on a budget of a shoestring, and got the likes of Ivan Toney when he's out in the betting shop, playing very, very well. And I'm trying to look up Glasner here. Glasner was manager of Wolfsburg before he came to Frankfurt, and Wolfsburg were a decent side back a couple of years ago. So. I mean, I this thing about maybe playing defensive football, I think he might be getting a raw deal on that. Like at the minute, if they can get Glasner, I'd be happy. I would be happy because what I like to, he's a fresh face. He is not tainted by any association with previous Premiership clubs, which unfortunately hasn't been the case with our recent managers. When you think about it, they've all come from other Premiership clubs to us. Or in the case of Mourinho, he was out of work at the time, but you know what I mean. And so I think he could be a fresh face. He could now whether he's going to be accepted by the Spurs fans is another thing, because as Mia rightly said, we are divided at the moment, right? And a lot of fans are not going to be happy. If Poch doesn't come, well, as many, probably more, will be happier if he doesn't. But I think this guy now has got a job on his hand. If he brings Ndicka with him, then I think we'll pay his. We'll chip together and buy him his plane fare over from Frankfurt. You know, and maybe they could take Eric Dyer as a swap. You know. Anyway, I would not rule out Postecoglou either. I mean, he would be another one I'd like to see on the list. But it's all surmising at the minute. We just don't know.
Well, Mia, I mean, what would you say about the selection up there, to be fair?
I would say that the answer from me is a big resounding no. No, no, and no. Because although Thomas Tuchel, I think, is a good manager, and I did say in the past I'd want him, I just think that an ex-Chelsea manager, I'm not sure that people will be happy with that. I think people will probably not be too happy with that one. I don't want Brendan Rodgers. I'll be walking down the high road myself with a torch, ready to go. And Pochettino, Philip, I've made myself very clear about how I feel about Poch coming back. If he comes, I'll back him, but I don't want him.
No.
I think that's the case with a lot of Spurs fans are that way. You know, they love Pochettino to bits, but being realistically, this is not the time to bring him back.
No. We've got a few comments here. We've got Mr. E says, I think we should have Marcus Rashford up front for England now instead of Harry Kane. Harry just slows the team up. Now, I don't really watch England, so I'll take your word for it. Mia, do you agree with Mr. E?
I think that the way we play is definitely because Kane now, especially when he's older, he doesn't play how he used to, and Marcus Rashford has got that speed, and Kane just hasn't got that. So I do see where he's coming from, definitely.
Yeah. Look, there's 25 you in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in for us early on this Tuesday morning. But there's only 10 likes, so please, 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 if you want to be a bit of a Viking, do what Højbjerg does. Hit that like button. Hit that, and also when you're there, if you do, please also pick up the club membership. It's $2.99, $4.99. It's cheaper than Netflix, Amazon, and Disney Plus all put together. And I'll tell you one thing, you get better shows on here than you do on them three. I'll tell you that. And also, if you want to get the head of the queue, put it into a super chat. It does help the channel grow. It does help us. It does help you also get to the head of the queue as well with your questions for me, Mia, and Philip. We've got Derek Hutchison getting Homer Simpson. That's the best one.
No, he's more likely to get Mr. Burns.
Yeah, probably. Carl Simpson, if you had to choose from them three, it's Poch every day. JJ's big up, JJ. Haven't seen you before. Welcome to the chat, man. Or lady, who if you are a man or a woman, so big up. He says nope, so they are agreeing with you, Mia. Dragon Des Nut. What a name. I love that name. That's cool. He's agreeing with us, Philip, the Celtic manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a very good choice. Derek Hutchins said it will be Silva from Fulham. Now, that's the name that hasn't been mentioned.
Yeah, that's true. I saw him mentioned somewhere, all right, but he has his own problems at the minute.
Yeah.
That ridiculous situation at Old Trafford on Sunday.
Ellie's saying, big up, Ellie, and listen, I know you're not well at the moment, Ellie, so listen, from me and Philip and everyone here, we hope you feel better very, very, very soon, and we look forward to having you back on the channel, hearing your views about our man Højbjerg, getting you what your thoughts on all of this is. And she says, blame is not just on one person at the club. I agree with you, Mia, on Ij Hotspur yesterday when you said each and every player is accountable. And look, Ellie, everyone has to take responsibility. The board, the director of football, the manager, the players, the coaches. Everyone has to take responsibility. The only one that doesn't have to take responsibility is us, the fans, which I think anyone that blames the fans just really gets my goat up. Mr. EE, he said, don't know why Pochettino will want to come back anyway. He was sacked too. That's true. Well, Seville have just sacked their manager as well.
Oh, have they? Oh,
I didn't realise that. FTC Column says, I don't think Rodgers will go to Spurs or that Spurs will go in for him either, but who knows? No, I don't think so. I really don't. We've got Clement, big up Clement. It says, I'm glad Conte is sacked. Not just yet, but he will be in the next 20 to 48 hours. Luis Enrique, I have to get this if he becomes our new manager.
Luis Enrique.
Yeah, has been touted as the next Tottenham manager. Where did that crap come from? Look,
there's no crap. He's out of work. He's available. He's available. So.
Don't care for Brendan Rodgers as a manager. He'll have a few good seasons, then go downhill. Yeah. Philly 2190 Dermot. It's cheaper than Spurs play and well worth the price. Would Mia take a reset? Would you take a reset, Mia?
Yes, definitely. I feel like we do need to have a big reset, and I think that would be something I'm in.
Yeah, I think what Mia's saying, yeah. Philip, would you take a reset?
I think we need a reset. We need a total reset. I mean, it'd be like we're going to get a partial reset now, by the looks of things. I think we'd like to see a full reset in the summer, but that depends on some sheikh coming in with a fistful of money in his back pocket that Daniel Levy's prepared to take for the club. And can anyone see that happening? I don't think so.
No. The poll at the moment, will Kane follow Conte out of Spurs this summer? 55% say yes, 45% say no. So 22 votes. So that vote will be kept open till, let's say, 5 minutes of the show. Look, there's 23 of you in. Once again, please, look, do hit that, do a Højbjerg, and be a part. God, them some good tackles there. Look, yeah, I just don't know where we go from here, Philip. It really is getting just ridiculous. Ellie, I love that Højbjerg compilation. Wow, cheers, Dermatron. That cheered me up. My COVID will be scared out of my body by the Viking now. That's it, Ellie. Big up. And thank you to Mia for doing that for me as well. Big up, Mia. She really is.
Yes, I was about to say.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I need to get some of that credit too. Like, I made that.
I know. I did say thank you. Thank you.
I'm just Paul looking at the.
I'm the creative director.
Yeah. Paul Beatty, make Eric Dyer play.
Yeah, I can see that happening, all right.
Oh, Lord. I could just see all the subscribers just drain from the channel. Oh, Paul. Oh, Lord Jesus, you do crack me up, man. Clement says, let's hope things will change at Spurs. Yeah, we all do that. Ellie saying, Paul, if that happens, though, I'm moving to the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, God. One thing about Spurs, we do laugh a lot. We do laugh as fan base, I must admit. JJ, I don't think Conte will be sacked until his contract is done. Levy will not compromise top four in the hands of Mason. Sure, Mason is not going to get the job. I will guarantee you that. It will be another manager coming in. So, look, I understand what you're saying, but look, Conte will be gone within the next 24, 48 hours.
There's always the depending on what the new manager wants to bring with him. There's always a strong possibility that Ryan Mason will leave the club as well, because like normally when the manager goes, it's a clean sweep of the backroom staff as well. Not all the time, but most of the time. So this could be a complete reset at the training and coaching end of the club in the next few days. Just one quick question about Glasner. one quick point. Eintracht Frankfurt are presently 6th in the Bundesliga on 40 points. And they scored 46 goals and let in 36, which is pretty similar to what we've been doing.
Yeah.
So defensive, but he plays a 3-4-2-1 system. You know, which is kind of a two attackers behind the main attacker, slightly different than Conte does it. But he does play a creative midfielder, though, which is something we badly need. You know,
it is. Just to rule it out, Harry Redknapp will not become our next manager. He has ruled himself out this morning on
Sam Allardyce has as well. You know?
Yeah, and on Philip's famous radio station, which he listens to daily, Talk Sport. There you go. Mystery. People seem to forget all about the fact that nobody wanted the Tottenham manager's job, and Conte did it conditionally, but none of those conditions have been met. Mia, what do you say to that?
I think that when you sign a contract, you also agree to the conditions, yeah? So the fact is that when he signed the contract, he agreed to those conditions. And I don't believe that those conditions haven't been met. I think that he got the most from him for a long time that we spent on the manager. So I feel like he's thrown the toys out the pram when it's not going his way and not taking any of the responsibility. So I think those players are better than some players. Beat them. We should have beat Wolves. We should have been AC Milan. So somewhat Conte has to take blame. I don't think it is just that he didn't get conditions on what he wanted. I think that it's a bit of assumption to say that we know what those conditions were and that they weren't met. So that's my personal view anyway.
Yeah. Carl Simpson says, smash that like button if you hate Sol Campbell. There you go. I can't see Tottenham getting much interest from anyone now. Well, there's a few people interested. Swim Master, big up Swim Master. It says, I'm late joining the chat. I'm late joining the chat this morning. Not read or watched anything at all since your stream late last night. For me, the others just joining the chat. Can we have an update to summary, please? Right. Update is the talks. All right. Well, I'll give you what we brought up last night. That for the info, Conte will be sacked. He will be sacked. Conte will be sacked within the next 24 hours. However, earlier than Daniel going to pull the plug earlier than expected, but I believed that they have reached agreement on his replacement today, and then it broke down this morning. The talks with the potential new manager have failed. The person in question has turned Spurs down in favour to stay at his current club. There are 3 more options for Spurs now. One is at the club, so permission needs to be asked. The other 2 are currently clubless. Spurs still believe they will have a new manager by the end of the international break. However, they are waiting. They're wanting to sort it out by the end of the week. And then the other bit of breaking news I will bring you now, that Tottenham are now looking at potential asking Frankfurt for permission to talk to Oliver Glasner. Spurs believe he would be a good fit for the club, but they're also trying to make contact with 2 other managers who are currently without a club. Sort of make it that what you will. I will, and then we will give you more updates as we get it. So I hope that is okay for you, Swim Master. That is the latest. So I hope that's okay for you. Philly 2109. If Kane leaves means a full reset, I would take it. But the question, if the fans are ready for that type of pain, look, I look, for me, look, we've been through enough. Look, another 2 years. Look, what's that gonna do? It's gonna happen anyway. So might as well just get over and done with. Ellie says, Mia, I love you more. I love you more now. You're creative director, you. Ellie showing you a bit of love this morning, Mia.
Thank you very much, Ellie. Very much appreciated. I enjoy being creative director, to be fair. I quite enjoy making stuff like that.
Yeah. She's very good at it, bless her. DJ Samuel, hopefully it doesn't take another 70 days. No, it won't. Believe me, it won't. But no, you're getting that. Also, don't want Mason. I don't want Mason either. I don't think he will be. FTSM column. At JJ, Conte won't be sacked until Spurs reach full agreement with his replacement. So there you go, JJ. Derek Hodgson, Levy is nowhere going to get top 4. No, I don't think we will this season. Don't worry, Philip. Tell for Mason is written into Levy's with the new managers. You must keep Mason. I can see Carl Simpson now doing hashtag keep the Mason. Mick Harmlock, big up Mick, great to see you. It says good morning, Dermot, Philip, and Mia. Then we've got Philly 210. Anima plays like a formation as Conte, but more on the front foot. Conte and Spurs are like oil and water. It was never going to work. No, it wasn't. And Carl Simpson says, I cannot believe Nuno turned down a second chance at Spurs. Oh, there you go, Mia. There's the breaking news. Nuno is not coming back to Spurs. Oh, dear. I'm devastated.
I'm really, really upset about that. I'm going to need a minute because I'm really upset.
Yeah. And Cutie's being sold in the summer to Barcelona for 110 million as well. Oh, dear. Poor old Mia's not having a good morning with this.
I will hunt you down and I will find you if you carry on saying stuff like that.
I knew that. Now, Mia, I want to do a little thing, right? We've had a few managers under Levy and Enoch. So I'm just going to go through them a little bit and see what you think. We will do a proper show in this, actually. Now, Jack, number 11, it's the top 11. So Jack Santini, 12 games, won 3, drawn 4, lost 5. Number 10 is Ramos. He had 36 games in charge, won 10, drawn 11, lost 15, but won us the League Cup in 2008, our last trophy. Mr. Glenn Hoddle, 87 games in charge, 31 wins, 18 draws, 38 defeats. Nuno in charge. His record's really his record is just unique. 10 games, 5 wins, 5 defeats. Number 7 is Martin Yole, 112 games in charge. Can I just got a phone call, Philip? Can you carry on?
Yeah, sorry. I had a call there to take as well. What are we doing? Going through the managerial records. Anyway, I don't know what Dermot read out these last few comments, Mia. I was off this grid there for a minute.
We'll just go. He hasn't. No, we're just going through the managers. We're just going through managers' records.
Oh, right. Okay. We'll come back to that whenever he comes back. Let's see what's. Carlson, I would take 100. Yes, I don't think you'd like this one somehow. I would take 110 million from Earl. We have Sanchez, Dyer, and Davis. We don't need him. Haha. Yeah, right enough, Carl. I can really see us doing very well in League 2 in about 2 years' time if we kept that back 3 going, you know.
Yeah.
Carl, back to you again.
Yeah, we've got Ellie saying,
Carl, I will hunt you down if you say such things.
I hear Philip the Godfather will be having a boxing match lined up to knock Eric Dyer out and wipe that smug laugh off his face, and the tickets are sold out. Yeah, I know.
You know what we should do? We should put Eric Dyer in against Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd kill him.
What do you reckon of that on that came out on Twitter last night, guys? I'll start with you, Philip. What was your reaction when you saw it?
What was that done? Because I missed it. I was on a call there. I missed what you were talking
about. Was Eric Dyer laughing. I think it was somebody on Twitter brought it up, and he was laughing about Tottenham not winning any trophies.
Listen, Photoshop can do a lot of things. Maybe it wasn't exactly him doing it. I don't think I think Eric Dyer, he loves the club, really. I don't think he's going to be laughing at. So stuff like that, I wouldn't take too seriously. I'd say it's probably not even that accurate. It's probably doctored. It's probably got at, you know.
Yeah, Mia?
It's easy enough to do.
What's your reckon to it?
Yeah, it was apparently from a while ago, and it was apparently from a while ago, and I'd like to see the actual video to see if there was any bits cut out and if it was chopped, because you can do it like Philip said. So I wouldn't mind seeing the original in context. I think you've got to understand there might be context, not excusing him if that is what he did, but I would like to know if where the full video is, because nobody has come up with the full video so far.
That's it.
No, I'm trying to find it now if I can. I'm on Eric Dyer's Twitter. It might be on there. It's quite a good place to be fair. Oh my God, do you know what? I've had enough. That's bored me. Eric Dyer does bore me. We've got Toxic Headshot. Sorry, Toxic. Toxic Headshot. Hi, matey. Big up, Toxic. And he's also saying Sky Sports saying Levy under pressure to appoint Pochettino. Philip, look, will he be put under enough pressure that he will say, right, sod this, go on,
Who's putting them under? Who's putting them under pressure?
Well, apparently the players are, the staff are, everyone's putting them under pressure to get Poch back.
No, I don't buy that. Daniel Levy's too much of his own man. He'll make his own mistakes without listening to other people. He's done that so often in the past with things, So no, I don't take that. Daniel Levy will. I think what he should do in this case is he should abdicate responsibility for this particular appointment to Paratici, who is the director of football, and it really is his remit to appoint the new manager. Okay, with the chairman's consent, all right. So he should pass. Listen, don't talk to me. Talk to Paratici. He's the guy that's doing the negotiations here. But as regarding being under pressure, I get the feeling that if somebody told Daniel Levy to appoint God as manager, he'd appoint somebody else. So I don't think he'd react too well to that.
Yeah.
I mean, this pressure, and often this pressure, is so much so-called pressure, is media generated. It's a good story, and we all know that some of the stuff that's been written about Tottenham is about as accurate as I don't know what. It's just not accurate at all. So
no. And Mia, what do you reckon to that? Oh no, not about that. Sorry, about the previous one. Comment there. That where is it?
About what comments?
I don't know. Somebody keeps bringing up the other comments. Sky Sports Levy's under pressure to appoint Pochettino.
No.
Oh.
Under pressure from their own pundits, maybe.
Maybe.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think?
Yeah,
so?
I don't think he's under pressure to bring in Pochettino because. No, I don't believe so.
No, okay. Andrew Sparholt, I hope I got that right. Big up, Andrew. Great to see you. Says if your defense is weak, midfield breaks down in strength. Bill Nicholson's philosophy was to say to the players, the fans pay your wages, you go out and win. Exactly. Absolutely spot on the nail. There is comment off the stream. That there. Big up, Andrew. Absolutely big up, Andrew. Philip, do you want to read this one out?
Enrique will be my choice for next manager, but whoever takes the poison chalice next has to be given the freedom to sell who he wants and bring in who they need. Absolutely. That is the secret to success at any football club, where the manager is given the money to do what who wants to buy and the permission to sell who he doesn't want. And Enrique, I like the look of Enrique. I think he could be another guy untainted by previous affiliations in the Premiership. So, although he would appear to be an outsider at the moment, I don't think he's been mentioned too seriously. But yes, but he's right. Whoever comes in has to be given the usual promises from Levy. Now it's up to him to actually deliver on them this time. He has to deliver on them this time. Really, he has to.
He does. We've got Stephen Thomas. Whichever manager our reputation is in the crapper, who will want to work with Levy after the way he runs the club? Yeah, that's so true. Did Mia just go full Liam Neeson? She did. And I can quote what Mia said. And she did say, where is it?
I did, and I'm willing to go there again.
Mia,
if anybody ever says anything about Romero, I'm willing to do it over and over again.
Yeah. Could you just read that out for me, what I've got on the screen, please? if you can.
Oh, if you let my Conte go.
Yeah.
You mean Romero?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I meant to put Cutie in.
If you let my Romero go, that would be the end of it. I will not. Yeah. I will not look for you. I will pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will cut you.
That Cutie, you.
I'd say the one thing I saw about Cutie yesterday, I wasn't that impressed with it now. When he landed back with the Argentina squad, he's supposed to have said, "Oh, great to be back where you can enjoy your football again," or something like that. That wasn't very nice now, I have to say. That wasn't very loyal to his club.
Ellie saying, Philip, are you talking to Levy about taking the manager's job? Yeah.
Jeez,
That's who was ringing me as well.
Well, was it? Okay. Yeah. No, he rang me to tell me he couldn't get you.
Yeah. It was looking for us to both take the job on Philip as a dual management.
Yeah. He was offering 25 quid a week as well. Very generous of him, I thought.
I asked him for 50, but
no, he wouldn't pay it. He wouldn't pay it.
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't pay it. No.
Yeah. Carl Simpson, Mia hunt me down. I am waiting. Oh Lord, I love it. I love it. Don't believe this rubbish about
you don't want it, Carl. Trust me.
No. Don't believe this rubbish about Bot going back for the third time. It is proper BS. Who's Bot?
I'd say Poch, mate. Well, somebody go back for the third time.
I don't know who that'd be. When Bill Nicholson was manager, Spurs won 11 games on the trot, lost 1. Yeah.
That was from the start of the 1961 season.
Absolutely brilliant. We've got Bruce playing. Oh, Bryce was definitely him. Pretty ordinary from him, to be honest. Was at least from when Mourinho was here, because he was with Harry and Doherty. Fair enough. Big up, Bryce. I haven't seen you before, so big up. Thank you for joining us, sir. Hope you're well. Chris, big up, Chris, the Newcastle man who likes selling tea towers up in Newcastle, doing a roaring trade, as I've been hearing. He says
he's selling Sunderland shirts in Newcastle, huh?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, he's doing a great job with it. Dermatron, the Godfather, Philip Brady, and Mia. Big up, Chris.
See you, Chris.
Everyone's saying under Chris. Carl says, I think we'll find out this afternoon. Yeah,
hopefully. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes a bit longer.
Yeah, I thought Poch is lined up for the Real Madrid job. He could be.
Could be.
It could be very much. And then he says, Carl Simpson, Paratici's come manage Spurs. I will be banned by the end of the month.
He might be banned by the end of the month if his appeal doesn't work. Yeah,
that's true. Does this mean Paratici is sacked too, or will we? No, it doesn't.
No, totally different.
Completely different thing, Ali. Completely different. Philly 2109. I agree. The context is missing in this age, but every year the same player come out with excuses. I am tired of excuses. Everyone has to go. Conte is vindictive because he's got the team where he wants. Yeah, look. Do you know what, Philip? Very quickly, we are going to end up soon. I agree with that. I think Conte deliberately said what he said to get himself sacked.
Oh, no, that's beyond... That's exactly... I mean, I've been saying that since Saturday evening. Of course he did.
And I haven't sort of believed it, but more I've watched it, the more I've listened to it, I think he did it deliberately.
He knew he was in breach of contract. He knew he breached his contract by doing that.
Look, thank you. I can't get over how many people have come in this morning and hit the like button. We're all so grateful. Thank you so much. We've got Carl Simpson. The only way I can see it is pressure is if Kane has said he won't even discuss a new deal. If it's not Poch, look, Kane is going. Kane has already said he's leaving Tottenham in the summer. Tottenham will accept a bid of 100 million for Harry Kane. He is out the door. So
Dermot, I'd say that's still not going to be decided until the new manager comes in. Really?
No, Philip, he'll be a.
But who said it? Has it been verified? Has it been actually verified? I mean, there's so much stuff going around at the minute.
Philip,
it's a perfect time. It's a perfect time to slip this. Someone slipped this in. The Kane's leaving.
Philip, I am telling you now. If Harry Kane's not in a Man United shirt next season, I will sing on this channel. Spurs.
Well, I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that because I don't think it's over and done with yet. I don't think it's over and done with yet.
Well, at least that's better than getting a tattoo. But I will sing Spurs are going to Wembley on this channel.
I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to it.
I'm not singing the whole bloody thing.
Oh no, you have to go online. It has to be live.
Yeah, but I'm only singing one line. I'm not singing the whole thing.
One line's no good. No, one line's no good. No, the whole song or nothing, Dermot. You've nailed your mask. You've nailed your colours of the mask now. You've got to stick to it.
Okay, I'll do the whole song. Okay, right. I'll do some song.
And can we supply earplugs to everybody just while it's going ahead?
Yeah, you can do, but I will do one song. Yeah, we are going to end up soon. Oh yeah, Mia's. Yeah, I'll do that in a minute, Mia. Thank you very much. Where are we? They're here. Ellie, managers come and go, but as our Spurs fans stay long because we love our club. Bill Nick said words to that effect. And look, and I said it as well in the quote. And I said, look, we've got to back the new manager all the way until the next boss comes round the corner, around the bend. Then, sorry, we can't do anything but watch. So that's my opinion.
Listen, I always go back to Shakespeare whenever I think about Tottenham manager, right? I don't know which Shakespeare play it was from because I hated Shakespeare at school. The king is dead, long live the king. So the king being the present Tottenham man, he's dead, long live the new king. And that's going to go on and on and on every time. We've got to get behind whoever comes in.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, Mia's channel is pinned to the top of the thing. So please, everyone, get on there. Ellie's saying, hang on, sorry. Ellie's saying, Me and Cutie, the sequel. The title will be Me and Cutie, the Revenge Tackle. FTC Colin, Manchester United have been put off the pursuit of Harry Kane due to the 100 million price tag. Start
rehearsing, Dermot. Start rehearsing.
I've got to next August.
Start rehearsing. It's not done and dusted because Harry Kane has not publicly said it, and neither he would. He's too loyal to Tottenham to come out in the middle of the season and say he's leaving. So that ain't done by a long way.
I've got to next August. Philip Kane has not said this. Yeah, I know he hasn't. But I'm just it's me own. John Fitzpatrick, big up me Irish brother. He says Kane will go in the summer. Sad but true. He's backing me. Adrian Char, big up Adrian. Good to see. Hence the players are no longer as behold to the fans as they used to be in the past. No, that is so true.
They don't go drinking down the pub with them.
Yeah, Neil Shafton, it's 3:24 a.m. here. Good morning, everyone.
Always.
Where are you watching from?
Must be in America somewhere. 7 hours behind. Midwest in America somewhere.
Yeah, big up Irish. Big up John. I don't know if Mr. Harris is in the chat. He probably is. Let's see if he is. Oh no, he's not. I'm going backwards. Sorry. Neil Shafton says anything that says Levy is under pressure is bollocks. Levy is his own man, and far be it to make a decision on hiring. I don't think Spurs are going to attract a big name manager. It's a mess now. Yes, it is. Hi panel. Unfortunately, Levy has been pivoting the business model to reduce the dependence on money from football fans, diversity towards revenue from TV money, UEFA Champions League money, and rental incomes, etc. True, Philip, isn't it? Amir?
Yeah, reduced the well, obviously he's getting his income from the NFL and concerts and stuff, but like that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's income which he has said publicly they will be spent on the team, but privately I don't think that's ever happened. But you know, he said it publicly and will be held to account for that at some stage along the line. But you know, he's the football end of it is our priority. Whether it's his priority, doubtful.
Yeah, we've got Wayne Bonner says no backing out now. I'm not going to back out. I've got to next August. I've heard rumblings from Kildare. Dave is now rumbling. I can hear the rumbles, but I'm not backing out. I'm saying you will see Harry Kane in the United shirt next summer, next season. Eric Dyer head looks like yeah, that's true. United don't want to spend 100 million on Kane. They've said it's too much.
Yeah.
This isn't over yet. No, it's not.
And by the way, Dermot, it's not just the United shirt. He could be whatever shirt he's in. You're singing, right? If he's not in another shirt, you're singing. Okay.
Oh, look, better than a tattoo.
That's a verbal contract, and that is binding.
Yeah. We have witnesses. We have witnesses.
Yeah, but it's better than another tattoo. To be fair, so I'm quite happy to do that.
It might not be for us. Let me listen to it.
Levy has created this culture of him being one of the lads. Every single player undermines the coach because they are not They are not the authority figure. I'll go and speak with Daniel. Danny, right? Do you know what, Ben? Big up, Ben. Great to see you, and hope you're doing well, sir. He makes a valid point, doesn't he,
Yeah,
Philip?
he does. He does.
He really does. It's a proper quite big up, Ben. That's so right. Dragon, there's nuts. Kane is more likely to leave when his contract ends. No one would pay that leave he wants. John saying, big up Kaufman, Mr. Ben Kaufman. Los Angeles, that's when they was watching us.
That's right. This is 7 hours behind that. It's 8. It's usually 8 hours, but 7 at the moment.
We get somebody watching us from LA. Look smart, Philip. The might get us into a top movie over there, see.
Yeah, you be in a musical.
You're not letting this go, are you?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. FC Column says Levy is playing a dangerous game with Kane. They are pricing him out of a transfer. Could end up losing him. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a game of counter of bluff and counter bluff at the moment. I think So we'll see what happens. Happens.
I want Ryan Mason and Harry Winks as playing manager with Christian Gross as director of football. That's the club Levy wants. Get that man out.
Yeah, and David Pleat in charge of car parking.
Yeah, that's it. We got Ben saying low and Ben's under Mick. In each way, manager and top dream on. Yeah, I know what you mean. And Carl Simpson, Dermot singing with pole dancing. I haven't mentioned the pole. No, you haven't mentioned it for a while.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Carl's got this sort of fantasy of me doing pole dance. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
Mia, what is happening on Spurs Between the Lines? What's coming up next?
I'll be doing another live tomorrow, 8:45 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more still to say on this subject. So we'll probably be talking all things Conte. I'm going to release another video, I think, Thursday, and that will be a bit of like a history one. So something a bit different for people to watch, something to chill out to instead of just watching stuff about the current situation. So yeah, I've got plenty of things coming up. If you keep your notification bell on, then you'll be able to get all of my current content. Give all my shorts a watch and a like as well, because I've been putting out quite a lot of shorts. And that all helps with the algorithm. Thank you so much to everybody who supported me so far. I do really, really appreciate it.
Carl says, just think of the sobs you revealed in Kane.
By who, Carl? By the blind people and the deaf people who don't want to hear and see him dancing and singing. Thank you very much.
I love it. It's so funny. I watched the North London Derby in 1997 at White Hart Lane, and I recall Spurs fans singing, yeah. That's fair enough. That is very, very fair enough. Philip, you're off drumming tonight up in Dublin, so you won't be around probably to tomorrow.
I'll be from around maybe 7:30 to about 8:30. I might be floating, so if anything happens.
Well, I probably will do something then, Philip, around about 7.
Send me the link if I'm around. I'll come on.
Yeah. I think Mia will pop on if she can as well. Any breaking news, if anything breaks during the day, anything breaks about Conte or the new manager, you will hear it here first. And I will finish off with the breaking news that I've got this morning. The talks with a potential new manager have failed. The person in question has turned down Spurs in favour to stay at his current club. There are 3 more options for Spurs now. One is at a club, so permission needs to be asked. The other 2 are clubless, so they're sort of, you guess who they are. Spurs still believe they will have a new manager by the end of the international break. However, they are wanting it to be sorted by the end of this week. This will run and run and run until into its conclusion. We've got we've got a few more.
You put up Wayne Bonner's comment there as a classic.
Yeah, I did. Ellie's saying, I'm sure Mia has a post. Oh, but yeah, I bet she does, Ellie. Yeah.
Well, it's an early morning show, so I'm not going to get into it.
No, we can't get in because if I start going to that route, I will get demonetized. Big up, Chris. Chris become a new YouTube member. Big up, Chris. Thank you so much. Indeed, I don't know if he's returning or no. He's become a new member. Big up, Chris. Really means a lot to us. Thank you so much. And then Wayne Bonner here, also a member. Get like Chris and Wayne. Have that badge next to your name. Come on, it's $2.99. That is better than Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus. Do you know who wants Star Trek when you got me and the Godfather, Ellie and Mia, and Chris as well when he comes on? What more can you want? You heard of the Fab Four, we're the Fab Five. He says Roy Hodgson has been appointed Palace manager to the end of the season. He's quoted as saying, I only took the job so they didn't offer me the job.
Yeah.
And on that breaking news,
Oh, Wayne.
on that breaking news, I think we'll end it there. Ellie saying hit the like button and keep forgetting before. Sorry, should have done it. So, no, you're grand, Chris. You're absolutely grand, sir. And also the poll. Now, the poll is: Will Kane follow Conte out of Spurs this summer? 62% say yes, agree with me. 37% say no, they agree with Philip and Mia, and they want me to sing. 43 votes was in that, guys. So, and we're only 2 away from Turkey. Hit that like button. And also, thank you so much indeed, Chris, for becoming a member. We've got Adrian McFarlane. Don't think Levy wants Poch. No, I don't think so either. And Wilton McDonald, good morning all. It's 6:30 a.m. Big up, Wilton. Just coming in the end. Right, we're going to end it there.
Right.
Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Have a good day. If anything else breaks, we will be back on live. So please go to Spurs Between the Lines tomorrow. Watch out for me and Philip sometime today. We'll be back tomorrow as well. Whether I don't know if Philip wants to do another news story this time in the morning, Philip.
Well, I think a lot's going to depend on what happens today. Really, you know, and it's going to be dictated by events later on today. Hopefully, there will be something news that we can expand on.
And then Adrian McFarlane said Frankfurt manager. Yeah, we are keeping an eye on it, but we will the latest. Thank you so much for watching, and whatever you do. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. And a new manager we trust.